George Stephanopoulos and Ali Wentworth cozy up in waterfront vacation snap. Leave it to George Stephanopoulos and Ali Wentworth to cement themselves as one of the cutest couples in morning news TV. The Good Morning America anchor, 63, and his actress wife, 59, shared a new snap of themselves cozying up together while taking some time away from their usual responsibilities. Ali took to Instagram with a snap of herself and her husband of over 2 decades snuggling up for a selfie while they sailed away, dressed in blue cardigans. Fans inundated the snap with heart emojis. While it's unclear where the couple are, they do often frequent the lakes of upstate New York. Ali was in California on Wednesday, July 11, for a speaking engagement, part of Newsmaker's Leisure Speaker Series. Support this channel. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Last weekend, despite it being the 4th of July holiday weekend, George had to spend half of it in Wisconsin after ABC News was contacted by the White House for an interview with President Joe Biden. The POTUS sat down with George for his first interview since his controversial performance during the debate with Republican opponent Donald Trump, and has since continued to receive mixed responses from voters. George and Ali's daughters Harper and Elliot were also visiting home from college over the summer break, and were on hand to support their dad after the passing of his father. Reverend Dr. Robert G. Stephanopoulos passed away at the age of 89 on June 19, with the GMA anchor taking some time off the air to grieve with his family, intermittently returning as well. They all headed over to Ohio for the funeral service. Lateast, GMA's Michael Strahan and George Stephanopoulos clash on air during must-see moment. The former White House communications director and his 3 siblings, Anastasia, Marguerite, and Andrew, were all born in Fall River, Massachusetts to their Greek Orthodox parents before moving to Rye, New York when George was 5 years old. They lost their mother Nikki last year. The obituary highlighted the late Reverend's years of service and his devotion to his family, reading, "Over more than half a century in the ministry, Father Robert touched countless lives. He counseled young couples contemplating marriage, celebrated their weddings and baptisms, cried with them at the funerals of loved ones. His legacy lives through them. His surviving children, Mother Agapia, George, Marguerite, and Andrew, his daughter-in-law, Alexandra Wentworth, and his grandchildren Elliot and Harper Stephanopoulos." It was Ali who broke the news on social media, sharing several throwbacks in honor of her late father-in-law, a reverend who raised his close-knit family in the Greek Orthodox tradition. In fact, he was the one to marry George and Ali, as he'd done for several other family members, and was also a doting grandfather. Ali penned, "Reverend Robert George Stephanopoulos, Ph.D., Dean Emeritus Archiocesan Cathedral of the Holy Trinity, passed away on June 19. He was my father-in-law and I loved him dearly. He married us. He laughed with us. He married or baptized almost every Greek on the eastern seaboard. He was held in the highest regard. He will be missed by so many. Sagapo Father Bob."